Mr. Hall, where are you from?
Originally from Kansas, born in Kansas. Farm.
Well, you don't have to get angry about it.
It's kind of tough out there.
This guy's trying to hypnotize me. Huh?
Well, we were following some old railroad tracks. Actually, to be more specific, trolley tracks through the woods. And we're just kind of following them along and seeing what we come across. And I've accidentally come across 2 homestead sites and this bottle dump. Now, I've only got my small bag with me, so I can only take a certain amount with me. But, oh boy, does this look good. Anyway, so far I found these 2 intact. We have M.J. Ryan. It looks like Mahanoy City, Pennsylvania. That's a large pint bottle, huh? And this looks like C. Schmidt and Son. Schmidt. Anyway, gang. But yeah, we're going to poke around here for a little bit. And it's not really a wonder why this bottle dump was, well, hidden away from everybody, because yeah, this is Briar Central. I got my machine with me. It's actually laying on the ground way over there, because yeah, I didn't want to get all tangled up in this crap. Anyway, gang, hey, I find something cool, you know what, I'll turn you back on. Alright, gang, well, we took 2 bottles. Unfortunately, I only have my small metal detecting bag with me, so I only got really room for 2. And we took one, what was it, a citrate magnesium bottle, I believe. You'll see it again. And of course the Mahanoy City bottle. But yeah, this is well worth taking another look at. And again, I don't know if this is a cellar that they just started using for a bottle dump, but it's actually kind of tough to metal detect in here because of all the wonderful briars. But who knows? Maybe I'll get in here anyway just to do a quick sweep around, because even if I can't get in here, it does open up a little bit back that way. So, who knows? Maybe I'll take a quick sweep now before I get back to the trolley tracks. All right, gang. Stay tuned. All right, gang. Well, this bottle dump is actually quite extensive. Way over there is where that pit is. I was monkeying around looking at the other bottles, and they are also way over here. And there's a secondary pit, looks like, over there. Now again, I don't know if these pits were originally cellar holes, but we're going to try and do a little metal detecting around it. But yeah, there's even some bottles way over here. I think I'll have to let these go until I bring some clippers, because yeah, it's Briar City out here. But we're going to try and metal detect the outskirts, see if we find anything. Anyway, gang, stay tuned.
Where did you go when you left the pond?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
What were you doing there?
Well, I went to school there. When I quit school, I got a job on the Nebraska State Journal as a printer's devil.
Will you ask him the next question?
Alright, gang. Well, you guys didn't go along with me on this hunt, because I had the camera set up at the house, and yeah, I really didn't find anything too worth filming about. It was kind of a non-eventful day. But still got some neat stuff anyway. We hit a multitude of spots that day. Just kind of did a little bit of poking around here and there, just kind of seeing what we can find. And this is probably a couple days worth of stuff. Now these hunts weren't very long. They were probably half an hour here, half an hour there. And it's, like I said, it's a couple days. Anyway, gang, I've never actually found an old spoon before. At least the whole thing. It is in pieces. But I remember looking at it before. I actually saw what appeared to be stamping. And of course at a later time, I'll actually clean that up a little bit. I will save that. And that's actually the purpose of these next couple of videos. Some of you guys were asking me, what do you do with the stuff? And you know what? We'll explain that as we go along with this stuff. This spoon, I will probably save. Looks like a bicycle brake. That's going in the recycle pile. Yeah. So, but yeah, we've got an assortment of stuff here. Is an old thimble. We'll hang on to that. We'll throw it into some of our little boxes. You'll see that too. They almost look like clear fishing tackle boxes. And for what stuff isn't going to go on the mantle or in the curio cabinet, I kind of separate them by buttons and buckles and so forth and put them in those little protective cases. You'll probably see one at the end of this video. This thing, I have no clue what it is, but I don't think I'm going to hang on to it to research it. I'm pretty sure if my memory serves right, there would have been a chain attached to this, and I just don't. I don't know. It's just nothing that I want to take the time to investigate. So that will be in the recycle pile. There we got a suspender clip. That will be cleaned up, and that will also go in the little fishing tackle treasure holders. Buttons, I always save all my buttons. Rusty nail, that can be trash. Rusty bit can be trash. These things, I don't know what they are, and I keep finding them. It's like a little rivet with a star in the center. I don't know if it's off like a jacket or a coat, or if it's even old or not, but I've been finding these things lately like you just don't know. But hey, you know what? If you guys know, go ahead and give a shout out. And this will save. This, of course, is a valve cover stem. Valve stem cover, what am I saying? And yeah, they'll eventually get cleaned up, and this will actually go on my mantelpiece. For whatever reason, I saved and collect these. It just happened one time, and I thought, they're kind of neat. But yeah, we'll hang on to that. Old copper hammer, that's going to go in the recycle bucket for copper. Here's what looks to be an old brooch. And we'll probably clean that up, and that'll go in one of the treasure clear container divider sorter things. You'll eventually come to see what I'm talking about. And of course, we're saving all of our shotgun shells, because at the end of the year we're going to count them up and do a giveaway with them. And if you can guess how many shotgun shells that I've dug through the course of the year, person either naming that number or the closest part, will win a prize. And so far, I think that prize just may be a doozy, so you want to hang around for that. Anyway, got more buttons, of course. We'll save and clean those up. Shotgun shells, the reins, rivet. I save these. I don't really know why. They're really not all that remarkable. They're actually quite easy to find. And we have a bail seal, which we'll save. I got an ordinary button here. I have to confess, I don't remember finding this. That, or it was so junked up at the time, I didn't really take a look at it. Wow, it's rather an old button, and there's stuff on it. You know what, gang? We may have to take a sneak peek at that. And we got a bit of a buckle, which of course we'll save. We got some copper wire, more shotgun shells. It's like a piece of lead that's got some stamping on it. Reins guide, shotgun shell, heavy chunk of metal of something. It looks like lead. Another Rains rivet. You know, a buckle. Shotgun shell. Shotgun shell. You guessed it, shotgun shell. Bottle cap. Rusty bit. Shotgun shell. Hey, money. Oh, it's a stinking Lincoln. And nail. A bullet. This is actually, this was neat. This came from one of the sites. This was a round ball that had been fired and actually struck something. And this site, me and a buddy is actually going to go back to. And yeah, this was quite old for the area that we were in. And oh, it's stuck. Oh, big chunk of chrome. And more bit of a buckle, which we'll save. And another button. Lead. Lead. I also save old bits of crockery, plateware, just because I think it's neat. And you know what? This stuff will give you some valuable information as far as the site, if you actually take notice of it. It also gives you clues as far as where the site is, too. Shotgun shell. Another big chunk of lead, but I'm going to save this one because it's a curious shape. And a bullet. Now, I don't recycle the lead. I will recycle the copper. I think this is just an old, like the thing that goes on the end of a tarp, where the rope would go through. But I saved something for last, just because I'm going to actually clean it up and see what it says, because there is actually engraving on it. This here is a back of a pocket watch. So, you know what, gang? Just hang around for a minute. We're going to go brush this up, and we'll be right back.
Al, are you married?
Oh, yes.
You are, huh? How long you been married, Al?
42 years.
Is your wife out here with you?
Yes, she's in the audience.
Oh. Well, what sort of work have you been doing lately?
Well,
homicide,
I came to Seattle, and I got a job on the Seattle
You imagine if he doesn't win any money here, what's going to happen to me? I'm leaving long before that. You say you went to Seattle and you got a job on the paper?
Seattle Times in the composing room.
I see. And how long were you there?
15 years.
Maybe I can out-frighten him.
All right, gang. Well, we are going to have to let this soak a little bit. But if you guys can make it out, I'll bring it closer for you. I don't know if you make it out or not, but it says Uncle Thomas. That is kind of cool. Anyway, gang, just so review. So this stuff here I'm keeping, so we'll probably clean it. Gotta save these for the end of the year contest. And this stuff will either be recycled, if I can, or trash. So yeah, we'll recycle the copper. I got a copper bucket that I toss stuff in. Usually I can fill up that 5-gallon bucket in the course of a year. And back when copper was like $3-something a pound, that was actually quite nice. Now I think we're a little below that. I'm not sure where we're at now. I'll have to find out. Anyway, gang, you know what to do. Stay tuned.
work do you do?
I'm a
I
messenger.
feel safer in asking you. You're a messenger? Well, what do you do as a messenger? Do you deliver messages?
No, I deliver blueprints and supplies and food or anything else the engineers want.
Oh, wait a minute. You said food, so you and Gargantua each get $50. All right, beat it, Doc. Now, who do you...